Hello,
Okay.
friends! Welcome to our August, that's what she said. And look at us, we're all together,
We're together
again.
again.
We're together
In
again.
I love that. Today we are at Martha's house.
Yeah.
This is not a first, but it's been a while.
Right.
It has been
a
years,
very long
so.
time.
And I don't think Rusty was with us when we filmed here last time. That was
No.
that long
We were
ago.
out
You were, yeah, we were out in the
I was in
garden.
the
Oh
garden
yeah, that's
one
right. We
time.
were.
And I
Okay.
stole some mint.
But didn't we once
That
years
was
ago
the
film
time.
in the living room? Like I feel like we did that once. I mean, I don't. Maybe
I
I'm.
think we did a long time ago.
In our
before, when it was just
beginning.
the two of us. Yeah, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we filmed
I remember
Oh,
sitting
it'd
there
have been
talking,
pre-Nicole.
but-
By the way,
Wow.
before I forget it, because you're
there
the only
anything
one who
that's
will
free?
remember this. When we first started our
She's
show,
calling me old.
we did but we went to Will Dexter's The Glass Studio.
Yes, I was just
Okay.
seeing that on
Oh,
Facebook. I
right.
got a reminder today that we were just there.
Okay, so
That is
The
pretty
glass
neat.
studio.
he would like us to come down there
I'd be
and
honored.
actually show
I would
us,
be
have us
honored.
do
I
I
love
would
some
that.
love
stuff.
that.
It'll have to
That'd be
be when the
fun.
weather's cooler, so.
I remember
Yes,
we
definitely.
couldn't do it. We couldn't film last time because the heat would have melted
Right.
our cameras. Like they were like, we would love to have you film, but like you can't. Like
Wow.
you physically
Oh my gosh.
cannot.
So maybe October or November.
Yeah, so glass blowers. Stay tuned.
When I know he gets busy at Christmas.
We may not
But
be
yeah,
able
so
to
maybe
film it,
October.
but we'll see how we can
Yeah.
figure
No.
it out.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my November. It's going to be
Oh.
cool,
Yeah,
but it's going to be busy.
Yeah,
Do it.
it would be better to do it in
Tell us.
October if
October
we could
would be
do it,
good,
yeah.
yeah.
Because when I was down, we were down a couple weeks ago to see him, he didn't have anything running, he wasn't using any of the ovens, because it was too hot.
Oh my goodness, this summer had brutal.
Yeah, it has been.
I haven't gone outside a whole lot of this summer. I'm waiting for fall.
Yeah.
When fall comes, I will thrive outside, but I'm not going outside. At least not during the sunny hours. Like when the sun starts to set, like now, it's okay. But
Yeah, well, we did a lot of pool days, and that helped.
Oh my goodness.
We spent a lot of time in water, and
Yeah.
that helps. We were half fish.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I guess in some places the ocean was actually too warm to swim.
Wasn't that
Really?
wild? Yeah, down off Florida.
And off of the coast of Greece must have been horrendous.
And then there was that hurricane in California, first
Right.
one ever. The
Yeah,
climate change.
I just had a coworker
Climate
that stuck
change
there
is
for
real.
3
Right.
weeks.
Right.
Nah.
Climate change isn't real,
No.
right?
And then there's
What if-
fires in Hawaii.
And-
Like,
oh,
that's devastating. Like that's
That one's the saddest of all.
that's an awful thing.
They still have, I think the last I read was 450 people missing.
Stop
And
it.
that's another example of us just not being aware or not wanting to be aware of climate change or to be proactive. Because number one, they knew,
They
though
didn't. They
never
had an
have
alarm, but
winds
they didn't
that
use
heavy.
it for that.
They knew it was possible to have winds that heavy. Secondly, they also knew that the infrastructure hadn't been changed. Those wires and poles had been up there, as they have been all over the country, for decades. The power companies not doing much to update their infrastructure. And if you go to Europe, most of the wires are buried.
Underground.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, that's something that states and the federal government ought to be requiring.
Yeah.
They're underground on our
Seems
street.
safer.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with one of my brothers last night who lives in New York, and as we're talking, he said, "Oh, hold on! I just heard a loud bang outside."
Oh no!
So somebody
It
must have had an
exploded.
accident. And then he was walking back, goes, "Oops, there goes my power."
Oh.
It was like, oh.
The
He says,
transformer
well, at least
exploded.
it's not too hot that I'll melt without the air conditioner. But yeah, that's crazy because a car can knock down.
Oh, a car it was?
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And that's where I get pretty angry because I did not watch the full debate of the so-called Republican candidates.
Oh, goodness, I
But the
couldn't even
one,
watch that.
what is his name? Vivek? Is that it? Vivek Ramaswamy? Is that? He basically came out and was like, climate change is a hoax. Come on, dude. Like, get it to even Elon Musk was like, no, climate change is not a hoax. It's like, if that's
Wow.
who's coming after you, you really have got it wrong.
I thought I had to watch the debate because I'm on that news show on a Thursday. And I really felt, and I couldn't, we started watching it and the guy started singing, whatever that was, And I said, I can't watch this. I mean, I
I'll read about it.
I didn't watch
I was
it.
even drinking.
And you still didn't watch
I
it.
couldn't.
You're so
I turned it
funny.
off. But John Forrester on our show gave the best description and then of the guy you're talking about. He said he's like that frat boy that you always wanted to slap the crap out of.
Oh my goodness, how funny.
But
Yeah.
thinks more highly of himself than
Yeah,
he
that's what
probably
he
should.
said.
Yeah,
he said
he's a bro.
just- yeah, yeah.
He is a bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it just I didn't watch the whole thing because I know that I would have thrown things at.
That's what Barry said.
Yeah, and I-
You like your TV and you don't want to break it.
Right. So I watched like the highlights. I use that term
There's such a
very
thing.
loosely, but I watched the highlights, and even then, I'm watching them getting ready in the morning, and I'm going, "Are you kidding me? What's wrong with you people?" Like, and then I'm going, "Oh, everyone's still asleep in the house." Like,
This is not the time to get loud.
but
You're
even
so funny.
but even then, I was like, "Oh, you're all so stupid," and yeah, I almost like.
Opinions are one thing. Like, if you have
Yeah.
a difference in
Yeah.
opinion,
Right.
that's one
Right.
thing. Because, you know,
Right.
differences make the world go round. But,
Right.
like, differing on actual facts is a whole other scary
you know where-
thing. Like, there is obvious scientific evidence that this is occurring.
Right, exactly.
Like, this is not, like, a guess.
This is
not
my
a,
analogy.
This is not a theory anymore.
This is my analogy of the Republican Party, and especially these front leaders of leadership, again, very loosely termed. They're like those dolls that you pull the thing on the back and they just have catchphrases.
Right.
They're not actually wanting to change anything or fix anything. It's just a catchphrase that they know is going to get a rise out. So as soon as someone's, as soon as they start spouting, I'm like, there's a snake in my boots. Like, that's all they are. And I'm just so done with it. It's like, come up with something original. Think for yourself. Stop going after these hot, like what you think are hot button topics.
Nicole's on fire.
Oh, it just makes me so. Well, because
It cracks me up. I think you're
Because-
hysterical today.
remember, I am not summertime Nikki anymore. She's
right. She's on time
I
again.
am now
She went back to
crotchety
school.
professional Nikki, who is just angry at everything and has to get up stupid early in the morning,
And she can't be loud.
and I can't be loud. So summertime Nikki be like, whatever, it's fun. Where's the snacks? Crotchety professional Nikki is like,
Professional.
this is a
Angry at
mess.
the world.
It's a dumpster fire.
I hate
you people gotta get
everybody.
your act together.
So
Like,
let's get into something
done.
funnier.
yeah, let's do
Yeah,
Besides the Republican debate.
that's hysterical.
I was going through some old papers that we had to shred at work. And
Should you be telling us about this or they have to
Oh,
be shredded?
no,
Yeah, is this confidential?
No.
Are
But
we
there
all-
was one old training sheet, as in when I would get up in front of a group and do education.
Right.
These are the things I was supposed to say. And I lost it. I started laughing so hard. And people were walking out, like, what's so funny? I said, does anybody know what sex is? And they're looking at me like, what? An organ inserted into an orifice was what was written. And I said, I would never be able to say that with a straight face in front of a group of people.
No.
And that was just the one statement. And I said, okay, I got a new catchphrase now.
I couldn't say that in front of a group of people either. It depends on the group of people.
That's true. Like, I could say it, but then I'd be laughing.
Like, you just said it on TV for the whole person. I
I
guess that
We don't
doesn't really
use that
count, does
phrase
it? You don't
anymore,
see them.
though.
It's out of sight, out of mind. They do not exist. It's just us.
I mean, it is a definition.
yeah.
I'll make my confession when the cameras are off.
I can't even imagine
After we're done.
if that was used as part of our training.
I would die. If I was a student hearing that from a teacher's mouth, I would want to crawl under my desk
If
and
I
like,
was
curl
the
up in a
teacher,
ball.
Yeah.
You couldn't
that's
say it
best.
either.
no. I'd be like,
Kids
No.
wouldn't even know what those words meant.
Good point.
I mean,
They would see the look on your face as you're trying to say these
Right.
words, and they will laugh at you,
They already
and then
know.
you're gonna laugh back.
Right.
Like, kids laugh at everything. Don't ask me how I
That's
know, because like when you're being dead serious to them, they know you know. I don't have to tell you. You know too. These kids are terrible. They'll laugh at everything.
yeah, I can't keep a straight face either.
And that's embarrassing subject matter, so that's already funny. That's so funny.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to remember that next time I.
Tell them to Google
Doing
it.
presentation.
Look it up. Ask your parents. I cannot tell you this answer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, Rusty, let's talk about your hair color for a second. It's red.
Yes, it is.
It's
And
gorgeous.
I was born with red hair.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I only turn red in the summer. I didn't turn red this summer because I didn't go outside.
You didn't go out
There you
and
go. You vampired it. Good job.
I did. I had to. Well, I worked all summer, so it wasn't like I did. But I found this website. I actually got an email. I get this email with like useless facts. This is
How to be a redhead.
This is funny. Everyone's like, "How do you know this?" I'm like, "Because I get an email every day with something stupid in it." But it's like kind of fun to pull it up. It's like a party trick. So it is, right?
Yeah, trivia contest.
So I
every
saw
day.
this thing. It's like 6 facts about redheads.
Okay.
Red hair is a genetic mutation. You knew that, right?
That is yes.
I didn't know that.
You're basically
Well,
an
actually,
X-Man.
my mom was a redhead and my dad had really dark hair.
Yeah.
And I met someone who grew up with him, and he called my dad Red.
Red.
And I was
Was he red?
Why'd you call him that? Because, oh, your dad had red hair as a kid.
Yeah.
And I never knew that. I was a teenager when I heard that. I was like, damn.
Surprise. Was it
Yeah.
gray when you were older? Is that what, like...
Well, when he got, but no, he had almost black hair
Oh,
when I
it
was
was black.
growing up.
Huh,
And
it changed.
just- yeah.
That's crazy. Now listen, that's funny that you mentioned that, because like this number 2 is... Did he have freckles?
My dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
Very, not like me.
Like me.
Yeah.
Like
Or my
honest-
mom had a lot of freckles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but people with freckles are redhead gene carriers. You have freckles. Do you have freckles?
I mean,
Hmm.
I think mine are more a reaction to too much sun.
Are they?
Mine are just.
I get
Pigment
them worse
spots.
in the sun, but I have always had them
Oh,
across
yeah.
my cheeks. I was born that way because I'm half redhead.
But I do.
And
I
I'm half
think I
blonde. My
do
dad has
carry.
freckles too.
I do carry the redhead gene because I desperately wanted redheaded children.
Really?
Yes,
That's crazy.
I
My siblings
really
have
wanted
red
little
hair.
redheaded kids.
We have this 911. She probably inhaled a crumb.
You okay,
Did
Martha?
you inhale
Yeah,
a
I'm
crumb? Okay. She needs to lift up
Yes.
her arms.
See the arms. Excuse me.
Do you need to step away? Okay. Okay. Well, there's other facts about redheads, but I'm not gonna go into that. There's a lot of them, but I just thought that was interesting that there's a bunch of facts about redheads.
Uh-huh.
Because I have always wanted red hair myself, like, but not the kind that I get. Like, I wanted red
Yeah.
hair like what you have. Okay.
Well, this is
Martha's gonna take
this,
a moment.
This is through what am I using now? Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
It's
It's red
Yeah.
enhanced.
my
Yeah.
hair is totally white now.
Oh, really?
Even my eyebrows are white.
I didn't know that
And
happened.
I've tried to let it go. As one time I actually did a Bonnie Raitt thing with just the
That's
Oh, the
awesome.
stripe. Yeah.
and that I
I
think
love
was
how
around
that looks
40
on her.
Exactly.
Yeah,
on
it's
her it
cool.
looked great.
On
me
you,
it
it did
looked
not.
freaky.
Same. I can't let my hair grow in because I look like a
it
witch.
didn't even look good like Lillian Munster.
I
how
don't
she
even
had
look
that
like that, yeah.
No, I didn't. I
It makes you look
definitely didn't
old
look
and
that good.
haggard. right?
Yes.
You okay, Martha?
Yeah, fine.
All right.
Sometimes the smallest things get stuck and
It's
they
stuck.
won't
Mhm.
come
A
out.
nut.
A nut,
Tiny
see?
piece of a nut.
I choked on a
Ah.
crumb once because I inhaled and I breathed the crumb in. I was done for like 10 minutes. I coughed. It
Yeah,
was
sorry
awful.
about that.
I've been there.
But you're good.
We're just glad
She's
you're
alive.
okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad. Speaking of nuts, I've been here munching on these nuts now. I might be allergic to nuts because I do react if I eat too many of them. So I'm going to stop eating the nuts. But I have to tell you about this story I read about on online. This woman had a severe allergy for peanuts, and she was on a plane. And they were serving peanuts, and she was like, I can't even breathe nuts. Like, if somebody opens this, I will die. So she, the airline would not accommodate her allergy, so she had to spend like almost $200 and bought all the peanuts because like she couldn't risk anybody opening them. So she bought them so that nobody could have them.
They don't do those.
This was in a foreign country, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think this was like
Yeah,
in Sweden
I
or
was gonna
Switzerland.
say,
I don't remember
I
if it was
don't-
Sweden
I
or
don't think
Switzerland. I
they
get them
do.
confused.
When we flew this summer, we got like a little snack bag that had
Pretzels.
pretzels and little like bread sticks. There
Yeah.
were no nuts in it. They've gone I think they've gone nut free on
Peanut allergies.
planes.
Yeah, but this is another country, so they don't have
Yeah.
that like
And
in
they can be
place.
so bad that you're right, even touching
Yeah.
it, like the peanut butter jar, if you open
Mhm. Hers was
But getting that
airborne.
dust can
That's
do it
what-
too, yeah.
The one time when I was working at the peanut bar, this woman came in, and she had maybe a 10-year-old kid right behind her. And it was one of the really busy nights. She had a reservation, and I just looked around her, and the kid's wheezing.
it,
He was having
And I
like,
looked,
oh, the
and I
peanuts, the
I
shells.
said, "Is he okay?" And she said, "Oh, he's allergic to peanuts, but I'll make sure he
Oh.
doesn't eat any."
Are you
And-
bringing the peanut bar?
Yes,
It's literally
the
called
peanuts on
the
the
peanut
floor.
bar.
People
I
have peanuts everywhere.
Literally pushed this woman out the door.
Oh, good.
And then
He can't
Michael,
be
the
here.
owner, sees me like, "What are you doing?" And he comes running
Trying
out.
to save their lives.
Save his kid's life,
And-
yeah.
and I
before he
said, "The kid's
asphyxiates.
allergic to peanuts." And he just looked at the mother like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, this is not a
What on
safe place."
earth are you gonna do?
And thank God, because Michael's a paramedic, so
Wow.
he's totally on top of
I hope they had
that.
an EpiPen or
What
something.
kind of, we had them
I
at the
don't
restaurant.
know.
but-
There are a
What
lot
kind
of
of mother?
self-absorbed parents
Yes.
that,
Wow,
yeah.
that was scary.
I went to a reception one time for women at Albright, and it was lovely. They had wine, and they had all kinds of dishes. I think some people had actually brought dishes for an appetizer buffet.
okay.
We were all there, all dressed up, all being, just fine and getting,
Oh, grown up like.
drinking a lot of wine.
That sounds fancy.
And all of a sudden,
Oh no.
a very well-dressed, very dignified-looking woman sitting across from where we were just kind of sitting casually on the hall, threw up. Like, I mean,
No.
threw up.
Oh my
Started
gosh.
shaking. Had a
Shaking.
peanut allergy.
Oh my
And the
god.
thing was that it was in something that she didn't know.
And it wasn't
And
labeled.
it wasn't labeled.
Oh
And I
no,
mean,
that's
we thought
terrible.
she was gonna die. Nobody knew what to do.
She could have.
Because we were, first of all, the campus was closed, this was off, there was no one around but us in the arts building, and she just got sicker and sicker, she passed out, lips are turning
I would've
blue.
panicked.
They got an
Yeah.
ambulance
I don't do well in
finally,
emergency
but
situations
it
like
was,
that.
I mean, we
But
all
nobody
just
even
stood
knew
there
what
like, what do you
yeah.
do? No one had an EpiPen.
Well, who knows
That-
why she sees that.
Right.
Right, and that
Like
was
if
the
it's
thing,
food,
nobody
drugs,
knew.
whatever, you know?
Until the ambulance came and finally they were able to talk to her, and it was a peanut allergy. I never saw anything work that fast in my life.
What did they
Well,
give her?
I can do that with
EpiPen?
onions, easy.
Really?
Like even just inhaling
Oh,
it. I have
really?
been, which is like so stupid because I work
That's
in a
very
restaurant.
scary. I was gonna
I've-
say, oh my
I have
gosh.
walked in the kitchen and they had the whole grill covered with onions at the
You have to
beginning
walk
of the shift
out.
they're doing. And I wasn't even aware, and then all of a sudden it's,
Holy cow.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just-
terrifying.
I just left the restaurant, I just ran out the back but now I take Benadryl,
Yeah.
I have an inhaler, because the worst thing is when my throat closes up and I can't breathe, because then of course I panic,
Yeah.
and then the EpiPen.
Right.
But it just, sometimes it can hit me real fast, but now if I touch something,
Poor
I will
doggies.
break out in hives.
Really?
Yeah.
I
So-
did today. Like I'm covered in scratches. Like look at my chest and stuff. I'm all clawed up because I was
Wow.
like hit at my arm. I took a half a Benadryl. I can't take a whole one. I was asleep the rest of the
You should
day.
take
away.
the children's Benadryl.
I didn't know they had
Because, that's what I
that. My mom used to give us the adult one snapped in half.
regular,
she
regular,
like she hadn't. I don't think we ever got children's
Really?
pills. I think
Yeah,
she
well-
just
well,
broke
maybe
adult
it
pills.
Yeah.
that
She
might
did.
not
She
have
would
been.
cut them in half.
But now, a regular Benadryl is legal speed for me. I take that,
Speed?
I'm not sleeping for 2 days.
Oh, no, me either. That's
I'm
exactly how
just-
it works for me.
Yeah, I have
You
been
wake up
cleaning my
super-
kitchen floor on my
I
knees.
wish. Not me. It knocks me right on my butt.
Yeah, but
I
the
will
baby
sleep for 2
Benadryl,
days.
I can take 2 or 3
take
of
that.
those if I need to. And they
Really?
dissolve, you can just put them
Yeah.
under your tongue, so
Maybe
you,
the baby Benadryl will give me the
Yeah.
zoomies.
See,
No,
I could use
I
that.
I don't have any allergies like that, but if I get cold,
I don't even know what I'm allergic to. I've never
I
seen a specialist.
break out in welts. My fingers
Ooh.
swell.
Oh my
So
god.
like I know that it's happening because I can't get my rings off.
Uh-oh.
And my
wow.
husband now knows, you know,
Gotta get string.
if he sees me starting to do this, he goes, take your rings off right now.
Well,
yeah, have to be cut
yeah,
off.
And so like
exactly, that's scary.
2 weeks ago, we went to the pool and the water was really cold. and I had to get out because, I mean, these huge, like, hand-sized welts
Oh.
will just show up on my
Wow.
legs, and I'll get really itchy.
And you can't scratch them
And-
because they get worse.
Right, and so I
Right.
have to
To
go
aggravate 'em.
and wrap up and get warm. So that happened on a Wednesday. We took the kids down to the pool in Lidditz, which, by the way, is phenomenal.
I love Lidditz
It
a
was
lot.
such a cool public pool.
Really?
Yeah, and like they only let a certain number of non-residents in a day, so we went right at the beginning.
That's so the residents can like
Right,
access.
But
that
we
makes
had-
sense.
they had just changed the water, so it was cold.
Yeah.
Nice and
And
fresh too.
I was in 20 minutes and I had to come out because I was just it's my legs that break out and then my hands swell
extreme
and they
temperatures.
turn red and get real. So like
Do your
Wow.
feet swell also?
yeah, and in the
There is a
winter
condition like
it's
that.
called the doctor has called it urticaria. Basically, it's an immunodeficiency or an immunoresponse to something,
Wow.
and they don't know what. Or if I like have cold bottles of water and I hold them on my arm, that
you
will
react
break
to
out.
hot
in the-
also?
Oh,
no,
wow.
just cold. So that happened on a Wednesday.
Interesting.
Friday, I took the kids to
I
our
didn't
normal
know about
pool.
that.
It was cold. I broke out in hives again. Monday,
Your body
I
doesn't like cold.
Monday I got a stomach virus and it stuck around for 7 days.
Wow.
I think, and then my
that's
daughter,
bad.
my daughter got the
Push,
same
yeah,
thing
yeah.
1 day. My husband got the same thing 2 days. It hit me for 7 days, and I think because I had that
Your
allergic
body was
reaction
already-
first.
Yeah.
You were
And
weak already.
I didn't eat for 3 days straight. I lived
Aw.
on saltines and
That's
the
sad.
electrolyte.
Wow.
But so like I don't get food allergies, but I have that
You
instead.
have cold allergies.
I have a cold. Like
Wow.
I'm allergic to the cold.
What do you do in the winter?
I dress very warm. So
Layers.
this past
A
winter
lot of
was
layers.
phenomenal. You know,
Oh my
there was
goodness, yeah.
It was
yeah.
like
Right.
summer weather. In
Yeah,
the winter. Now
it
it's like
was-
hellacious.
it
but
was fine.
that's-
Yeah. This winter is supposed to be pretty bad, so I'm screwed.
Oh no!
I will
maybe in
need
school.
I will need fleece lined everything.
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah, but
goodness.
that's nice. That's one of the nice things about
I do like to be
cold
Get
weather.
one
cozy.
of those
Yeah.
long onesies that just zip
Oh,
up.
geez.
I love
Yeah.
those.
You
I
know
want
what?
one so bad.
Well, do you remember I have one? I
You
have
have
that
one?
shark one.
Oh, you got wore for Halloween on TV once. That was so
I have
funny.
worn it. And David has one of those, and Lizzie has one of those.
I love
so
that.
in the winter, we put them on.
Oh.
We run around in our
You guys are
Oh
so
my
funny.
Like
Cute.
idiots.
Cute.
I loved that shark costume. You were so cute.
It was great. I still have it. I
Wear
could
it
wear
well.
it again.
I'd wear it all the time if it was mine. If I need to get one.
Yeah.
I do. I just, that's the only time I've worn it in public.
You wear it at home
And
every
it's on
day.
the intro of our show, you know.
It is. Oh my gosh. And I don't know who created that, but whoever you are, thank you so much.
I'm
We appreciate
reminded of
it.
it. God, I know. Every time I see that, I just go, oh my god. That was a decision I
Well,
made.
we
that
could be
day.
influencers, right?
We are influencers.
I
Look
don't
at us.
know.
Send us your stuff, we'll wear it.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'll
Not
wear
like
it.
last
I'll
week
wear
when
it.
we were talking about the drink that we'll
Right.
never get as a sponsor. What was that, LaCroix?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
Yeah,
it
we'll
tastes
never
like
be a-
sunscreen.
Right.
It tastes like coconut,
Uh-huh.
coconut sunscreen.
Yeah, LaCroix is not gonna ask us to sponsor. us.
I still have too many of
Fuck
those.
it,
I'm not gonna get those flavors again. I was getting the same flavors over and over, and they do have some really good ones.
Right.
And I
I've
get
heard
those
that.
all the time, but I was trying to change it up. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do that again. Or I'm just gonna be more selective. I'm not gonna get
Yeah.
like the guava one was okay, but cherry blossom is not necessary. It tasted like a flower.
Yeah.
It tasted like I was drinking perfume.
It tasted like the hint of a ghost of a flower.
It tasted like when you spray perfume and it goes in your mouth.
I'm
by
gonna drink
accident.
something with a flavor. I want the
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
I don't just want to smell it and then just drink blank carbonated
Yeah,
water.
like the first sip was okay, but to drink a whole can was a lot. I felt like I was drinking perfume for sure. It was not good.
I'm sorry, but I see people pull out the LaCroix, and I'm like, who are you trying to impress? Because I know you're not drinking that because you like it. You think that other people are going to be impressed that you drink this. I'm not putting
No,
this on
that's
you. But I see other people pull it out, I'm like, no.
You're not fancy. You're not better than me. Put that away. Get your beer koozie out. Hide your fancy drink.
Give me
I
something
actually
with
do
flavor.
like it though. I like the berry ones are really good. It tastes kind of like I don't know. I drink plain seltzer. Like I think that tastes good. So like.
So does my husband. He does
Yeah.
not like flavored seltzer.
Oh, he doesn't. I do.
And I drink water 99% of the time.
I even drink tonic water. Like, and that's disgusting.
No.
That's nasty.
So if I'm
but I
gonna
like
drink
it.
something that's flavored, I want the flavor because I'm gonna go back to water otherwise.
Yeah. It's better for you anyway.
Yes.
I love water.
Ooh.
I drink it all the time.
Down near my school is a little cafe called the Morgantown Coffee House.
Ooh.
They make delicious food, but right now they have hibiscus tea.
Mm.
I have gotten one every day this week because it's so good. Just
I
a
love
big old
hibiscus.
20 ounce. Oh, it's so good.
Hibiscus is
So
the flavor
good.
of LaCroix I usually get. And it's amazing.
Well,
just
this
gonna put it
one
out there.
actually tasted of hibiscus and not the memory of hibiscus.
Somebody's in the other room whispering hibiscus as the staticky TV. It tastes like static and whispers.
They're not just suggesting it to me.
What's the worst thing you ever drank?
My uncle's homemade dandelion wine. Easy.
That sounds awful.
I'm sorry, Uncle Jimmy. That stuff was trash.
Homemade wine is an iffy thing.
It was gross.
That's like
I had-
moonshine type
I was
stuff.
just gonna say, I had moonshine one time, and it was so funny because it was two of my brothers gave it to me. We were down in Tennessee. We were in a scary, scary part of Tennessee. And one of my
I
brothers
didn't know they had
just
those.
I was
just like
jealous.
bought moonshine from some guy. Like,
You're in Tennessee, why not?
yeah. So my one brother gives it to me and says, "Here, drink this." And my other brother had a big thing of water. And so I took, idiot girl, took a big gulp of the moonshine, and I swear flames came out of my toenails. Oh my God, I felt like I was gonna just blow up. It was like smoke.
I've had drinks like that where your like entire
Whoa.
body explodes
Yeah.
at once.
But then my mom loved moonshine. And she got...
Mom is hardcore.
Now, my parents traveled. They had sold their house and lived in a trailer. And she got a big bottle and put holy water on it
Whoa.
with the moonshine in. And she goes, "I don't think any cop's going to stop me for this." It's like, whoa! But
Wow.
that was like a sipping
A
cocktail
sipping
for her.
moonshine. I just have
Whoa.
Crazy.
I just have to say really quickly that Martha's two poor dogs are so mad that they're not included
Let
in
them
this.
out. I feel
These
bad.
poor- They're
It's
like,
my fault.
please let us be
Because I'm
involved.
scared. Let them out. I feel
Oh.
bad.
That would be fun.
I don't want them to be sad.
It's so funny. They're like pushing at the gate and
They
whining.
wanna
they're
make friends with
lovers.
me.
They just want to be...
Lovely dogs
Right.
are
Wanna
the
be
scariest
loved.
ones
And
because
she's
they're
not.
because
Scary.
no
I
and
don't want
I'm
it to be.
and I'm not but
I
like
know,
I am but
I-
I'm not
I-
like
Right.
I
understand.
can
They're
survive.
Yeah, they're big dogs,
Yeah.
and they're fine where they are. They're just, if you hear the whining in the background, that's not us
It's
for
my
a change.
fault.
And we're not torturing them in any way.
It's me. I'm torturing them because they
Which
want to
one
be
is
out here.
whining?
Look.
I think it's
They're both
Maisie.
there.
I think it's Maisie.
It's
Barry
amazing.
just went
Yeah.
out the front, so he's probably
I think he's coming around.
He's
the
coming
back
to
with
get
the
him.
dogs.
Aw, Barry's the best. Speaking of Barry, I didn't pay attention to the time we started, so I hope he did because I don't remember.
It should be
He
on it.
usually does, but
Okay.
yeah, he usually
At
lets
this
us
point,
know.
we have no idea how long we've been
Yeah.
talking.
We could be talking for 2 hours, and that's okay.
We
I'm
should
gonna
have
keep
a
talking until
idea.
Barry tells me
We
to
might
stop.
just get cut
7:15. We
off,
have
but
at
that's
least
okay.
20 minutes left.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. What? Oh, I'm going to tell you what my grossest drink was first.
Oh, yes.
Like Sambuca, Ouzo,
Ooh.
like
Okay,
licorice
yeah, I can
flavored
make
stuff.
that.
Oh, okay.
I can't do. I don't like licorice flavor stuff.
No.
Aquavit, I drank.
I don't know what that is.
I couldn't swallow it. Like.
What is that?
throat
Alcohol?
is- It's like, I don't know, like a vodka with
Oh,
Norwegian stuff in it.
We just-
It was, I don't know what
Are you
it
looking
was.
it up?
It's vodka like lutefisk.
Mine go with Norwegian stuff.
Hold on.
Aquavit,
What is it? Aquavit?
Aquavit, I have no idea.
Aquavit. We're gonna go with
But
this.
my throat
I have
hurt.
never
I couldn't
heard.
get it down. I
Oh,
finally had
no.
to spit it out because my throat went,
You
mm-mm.
got like
rejected
numb
it.
throat?
You're not gonna do this. It's just.
That's straight poison if you weren't even allowed to swallow.
Like, well, it's not going any
Your
further,
body
Martha, so you're
flat
gonna-
out refused you.
Your brain was like, I would not be doing my
I'm
job
not
if I let
doing
you do
this.
this.
I'm laughing because I see in the corner those mugs that we got at the same
Yeah,
time for
yes.
Christmas.
Yes,
I love mine. I use it all the time.
well, you too.
That's amazing. I love that. What is everybody's ick word? Everybody has an ick word that makes you go like, ew. Like a lot of people's ick word is the word moist.
Moist, that cracks me up.
I don't just gross me out because I think of like cake.
Mulch.
Mulch. That's a good. That's stupid.
Mulch.
That's a nasty looking word. Yeah.
And
It stinks. Like mulch is very smelly.
It
I
is-
don't
oh,
like
it
mulch
is,
at all.
it
When I
is.
smell fresh mulch, I'm like,
Mulch.
it smells like horse pies.
Ick word.
Aquavit. Okay.
I don't think I have an ick word, but like, I don't know. I don't have any words that because they're just like words. But some people. That speaking of moist, I have a funny story. I had two friends that lived together, and they separated. They moved out into their own apartments, and when they moved into their own places, one of them mailed the other one a card in beautiful calligraphy, like she paid to have this done, and all it said was the word moist because she hated the word so much. All it said with fancy writing was moist, no address on it, and she was like, and she knew exactly who said that. I thought it was so funny.
I'm going to
Like, you
digress for
paid
just a
that.
second. Aquavit is a distilled spirit that is principally produced in Scandinavia, where it has been produced since the 15th century. So you've had 500 years to get it right, and you still haven't. So
I think the Scandinavians think they did.
it's distilled from grain or potatoes
Right.
and is flavored with a variety of herbs.
Yeah.
So none of that sentence sounded tasty.
No.
I'm good.
It doesn't sound.
What does it
tasty.
taste like? Similar taste to vodka. Apparently not. Anyway, so there's that. My word is, because my son says it constantly, and now has his little sister saying it,
When
and
they
I
know,
apologize.
they come at you like that.
But the word is balls. And he'll come in and go, Mom, what you doing, my balls? And I'm like, oh, stop! And then Lizzie comes in her sweet little voice, and she goes, balls! I'm like, I'm done.
I hate you both.
So I'm sorry that I just said that word that many
funny.
times on BCTV, but that is the word that I am
I
sick
mean, it's
of.
not a
because
bad
my-
word. It's just like in context, it could be a gross word.
And it's because my son just...
Your son is
Stubborn,
hysterical
'cause
for
he's a
doing
boy.
that. If I was my kids,
Oh.
I'd kill them both for that.
Can I tell you a quick story? I picked up David today from school,
Aw.
and he goes, what are we doing tonight, Mom? And I said, well, I'm seeing the ladies. I'm going to tape That's What She Said. So I'm going to go hang out with
Aw.
Martha, Sheila, and Rusty for a little bit. And he goes, oh, is there going to be snacks?
David loves to join us
And
for
I-
snacks. I know
And
that.
I went, yes, David, there will be snacks. And he goes, cool, all right, well, I'm excited to go. He goes, let's stop at the house. I'll get my Switch and we can head over. And I went, sweetie, you're not coming this time.
Oh,
And
David.
his poor little face fell, and he was like, I'm not coming with you, but they want to see me. And I was like, you just want to see me.
Oh, I love him.
David, we love
And
you.
I went, you just want snacks.
That's probably true.
But that was the first thing. Are there going to be snacks there? I'm in. Let's go.
He loves his snacks. He's so cute.
Oh my
But
goodness,
actually,
that's
I
just-
should have brought him because he would have sat there and played with the dogs, and he would have just laid with them. So
Aw,
next time.
The pictures you took of him on the first day.
Oh my goodness, was that too
Was
funny?
he grumpy?
He was so grumpy.
He was not happy.
He
How do
did-
they like school? Are they like enjoying it?
He's doing great. He's excited. He liked the first week. He likes his teachers. They're doing a new thing where it's like team taught. So he spends one half of the day with one teacher, one